Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father.
Oh, yes, it is. Can't you feel it inside of you?
Oh, Father. Yes, yes, okay.
Is it getting clear to you?
Yes.
Something's happening on the inside.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Oh, Father.
He's no longer knocking at the door.
Oh, yes, sir.
We let him in.
Yes, yes. Oh, Father, you must live. Oh, thank you. Oh, Father, thank you.
Since he's on the inside,
Thank you, Father.
he's redeeming
Thank you.
our lost soul.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he has. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
You're mighty.
Oh, yes, Father.
Heal us with your powerful hand. Dear Father, thank you.
Father.
Thank you, Lord.
Please continue to be with us.
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Lord. Yes.
Please make us wiser than we used to be. And although we'll never be as wise as you are, we'll no longer be foolish.
Yes, Father.
We won't do what we used to do. We won't go where we used to go.
All right.
And we won't think like we used to think.
Oh, thank you.
Father, we are the older crowd now.
All right.
Thank you, Father.
Time for us to teach the younger crowd.
Yeah.
Rejoice.
Yeah.
Let your soul rejoice
Yeah.
in Jesus. For he has cleansed us.
Yes, Father.
It wasn't the cross that healed us.
Yeah.
It was the person that hung on the cross. It wasn't that heel at Golgotha that saved us. It was the blood
Yes, Father.
that came running down
Yes.
from the person who was on that hill.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank
You've
you.
been mighty good. Please help us, Father, as we prepare to hear what you want us to say. And please give me the words to say and the clarity to say it with,
Jesus.
so people can understand what comes from on high. And help me too, Father. While you're helping them, help me too. In the precious name of Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
We've been redeemed.
Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you, Father.
You turn to the 17th chapter of the book of Matthew, please. And all who have the strength and the energy and the health. If your health is, stay seated up for your health. Stay seated. If your health is okay, if you walked in here from your car, let me make it plain, without the use of a walker or anything, it's time for you to stand up.
Amen.
They see you, Sister Walker, please. We know. Amen. They see you. Everybody else, we stand for the reading of God's word. It's courtesy to God. That's why we do it. Preacher said a couple of weeks ago, said in the book of Nehemiah, they all stood up and said amen. And I preached that sermon 2 months ago, remember? Everybody stood up. Preaching that said, word. They all stood up at the reading of the word. And they all said, amen. And they raised their hands and
Yeah.
they made the preacher come out and preach that day. They made him come out.
Yes.
When you want to hear the word, you want to hear the word.
Yeah.
God's a good God.
All the time.
He's worthy to be
Yes,
praised.
he is. Yes,
Oh,
he is.
yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes, he is. 17th chapter of Matthew. 17th chapter of Matthew. We can start that first verse.
All right.
We'll go all the way down to the 8th verse. I'm going to read this by myself. Just follow me with your eyes. That shall do it. After 6 days, Jesus taketh Peter, James,
All right.
and John, his brother, and bringeth them up to a high mountain apart. That meant they went somewhere pretty high. You know, you won't be with the Lord. You got to take it higher. And was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them, the three of them, plus Jesus, Moses and Elijah, talking with him, not to them. Then answered Peter. There you go again. There you go. He always wants to say something. Said unto Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you will, let us make here 3 tabernacles. He ain't got nothing to do with it. Jesus called them up and transfigured himself towards holiness. And there go Peter. And then he want to make 3 tabernacles. One for thee, one for Moses, one for Elijah. While he yet spake, while Peter was talking, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye them. Hear ye him. And when his disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were so afraid. And Jesus came and touched them and said, Arise, be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw nobody.
Yeah.
Say that. They didn't see anybody. Save Jesus. Only. He was getting them ready for something.
Yes.
Starting in the 16th chapter. He told them something. He was getting them ready for something. He was getting them ready for heaven. He wanted to give them a glimpse of heaven. And so based on what I heard in Sunday school last week, I want to talk from this subject. A dress rehearsal for heaven.
All right.
Amen.
Told y'all I get most of my sermons from listening to you all chit-chatting. Sometimes on the phone, going down the hallway. The Lord will get me right in the gut. And have me say, whoa, whoa, horse. Let me jump on. And so last week, this preacher, Reverend Dawson, talked.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the things he said for about 3 minutes, everything he said was in line. It was awesome. It was awesome, y'all. But then he said something else. He said, probably like they were having a dress rehearsal.
Yeah. All right.
That went inside my soul.
Yeah.
I thought I'd talk to the church today about a dress rehearsal.
All right.
I'm going to go into that at the end a little bit. But first, I want to start over here with the first rehearsal. Jesus is talking. He picked 3 guys. James, Peter, and John.
All right. Yeah.
They would be the most instrumental part of his ministry.
Yeah.
Some would die, 2 would die. 1 would live to be an old man. writing books by himself on the island of Patmos, going out of his mind, and now they're told to change their story. But Jesus saw something about these three. This was his inner circle. He told the other 9, y'all, don't go this everywhere I go. When he went to bring the damsel up from her resurrection that day, he brought these 3. So here we go. In the 16th chapter, the other chapter, he talked about the church.
Come on.
He talked about the fact upon this rock. That's not where I'm going. I'll build my church. He talked about the fact that I'm going to give one of y'all, start this thing off, the keys to the kingdom. I want you to understand, he wasn't talking about all of us. Everybody don't get the keys.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does everybody get the key to your house?
All right.
No. Only certain people get a key.
Come on.
Yeah.
And the ones who get the keys to the kingdom are those who are able to preach and teach.
Come on.
Teach that kingdom. Every time I show somebody my house, which has been for for 2 years, we haven't been allowed to go. We've been allowed. Our house is not complete. But when it's complete, and I start showing some of you all off, because I'm happy.
Come on.
You get invitation to come on over to Montclair.
Come on.
I'm not going to give you the key. I'm going to give you an invitation. But the guys who working on the house,
All right now. Come on.
the guys who will have the authority to go in and fix some stuff,
Come on.
to bind some stuff, to make it the right, those ones will get the key.
Come on. All right.
Because my wife and I have a key.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if he's still a decent child, we'll allow him to have a key. We'll allow certain friends or relatives, if we go out and you get a key. And when you come in, we're going to show you the living room first. Because we can't show you the back room. It'll be confusing. If we show you the back rooms first, at the same time we're showing you the front room. We're going to give you a little glimpse
Well, all right.
of the first room.
Yes.
And if you can get a hold of what the front room looks like, in all its majesty and glory,
Come on.
for as I'm concerned, then we're going to let you go to the dining room. And when you start going towards the hallway or towards the kitchen, whoa.
Not ready.
No, it's not ready. We ain't told you to go in there yet. Now, see, it's the way a teacher teaches y'all.
Yeah.
Teacher ain't going to teach you about Revelation until he get through with Genesis.
Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all follow me?
Okay.
He going to teach you about the New Testament once he get the Old Testament down. He going to teach you about Acts through Revelation after he get through with the gospel. After we show you the kitchen, we're going to show you the back room. We'll show you the backyard. Now you're ready to go see what the bathrooms look like.
Come on.
But you got to follow us because you ain't got no key.
Come on.
Then you can go to the other rooms. We might at that point say, you got the gospel in this house. Go on and look at the rest of the house.
All right.
And when you leave out, lock the door behind you. And some of that pretty thing that your kids saw on the table, make sure your kids leave it on the table. I know what I'm talking about. Because now, in order to show you the whole house, we have to start in a place.
Come on.
Let you see that room first.
Yes.
Because everybody can't take everything at the same time.
That's right. Come on. That's right.
If that was the case, Jesus would have did something the day after Adam and Eve sinned.
All right.
But then, go a little further. I do a lot of weddings. One thing I don't do at a wedding, and I want y'all to understand this if somebody wants me to do a wedding soon, I'm not coming to rehearsal.
All right. Come on.
I'm rehearsal out. Just tell me the next day where you want me to stand, where the microphone is, and I get it. But the only reason I'm able to do that because I done been to rehearsal.
All right now.
It's only so many ways you can say it's sickness or health. So I don't go to rehearsals, but everybody in that reception, in that party, in that social group, the guys and the women, they show up at the rehearsal.
Yeah. That's right.
So they get it right.
Come on.
They show up at rehearsal because they want to make sure that when the wedding starts tomorrow at 6 or 7 or 8, that they ready to go start with the real thing.
Yeah.
Come on.
God sends us into the church house. Not because he wants us to have a social club.
Come on now, that's right.
This ain't the Mickey Mouse Club. He sends us in here for a reason.
Yeah.
So we can praise and worship and shout and
Yeah.
move a leg or
Yeah.
arm or
Yeah.
because he wants us to get ready.
Yeah.
How in the world you gonna say you gonna get ready to go to heaven and serve the Lord in worship and praise all the day long? Every day gonna be Sunday. The Sabbath ain't gonna have no end. You gonna do it for an eternity, and you won't give him 2 hours.
Say that, Pastor.
All right now. Come on now.
Come on now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 2
How
hours.
you gonna sing Zion songs if
Yeah.
you don't even know a song? Only songs you know are the old songs from Porgy and Bess back in the 50s. You don't know no church songs. How you gonna sing Zion songs
Yeah.
and you don't know no songs
Yeah.
but you ain't been to rehearsal?
Rehearsal.
Come on.
All right.
This is rehearsal.
Yeah.
This is for us to get it right. This is for us to say, forgive us so we can forgive us. This is for us to love one another. How you gonna say you don't want to be with them folks that call themselves Christians and you don't come to church with the folks that call themselves Christians? Well, if you don't want to be with the folks who call themselves
right.
Christians, God ain't gonna let you get up there with the folks that call themselves Christians. Somebody better learn how to practice down here.
Come on.
Somebody ought to learn how
Yeah.
to forgive down here. Somebody ought to remember that it's not about us, it's about him.
Yeah.
We coming to worship him.
Yeah.
Now then they go into the mountain. But before they go on that mountain, the 16th chapter, the 28th verse, Jesus says something to them, and they don't get it. He says, verse 16 and 20, I say unto you, there shall be some standing here, right here. Somebody in this group of 12. This ain't for us now. Somebody standing, we wasn't standing there. He was talking to him about the new church. What he said, somebody is standing here, which shall not taste, somebody is not going to die till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Of those 12 fellas, somebody wasn't going to die until they saw Jesus coming in his kingdom.
All right.
Y'all following me? Somebody in that crowd. I know we get it confused and think somebody is going to be on earth with Jesus. No. He's saying, if I say right here, nobody, somebody in this room, going to get a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken before we go home. That means I'm going down, I'm going to send somebody to Kentucky. And I'll be back for church because what some of y'all going to get some Kentucky Fried Chicken. So he's saying, somebody standing right here for me is going, will not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Fast forward. They go up on a high mountain. Whenever they worship God, it was on high. Jerusalem was on a hill. Mount Zion was up high. The places of God in the Old Testament were on the hill. When Jesus died, he went up on the hill. When Moses went to get the 10 Commandments, he went up on a high place. When Mount Moriah, when the fire came down and the prophet brought fire down, he was on a mountain. When Abraham took his son, he took him to a mountain. Everything that was done for the Lord in high standing was on a high hill or a high mountain. They're on a high place. Jesus, in verse 2, just brought help. A little bit of the kingdom down the hill. All right. I want you to see what's happening. Okay. Kingdom. How do we know the kingdom was here? Because Jesus transformed himself. Right in front of 3 people.
Yeah.
See, everybody can't see.
Yeah.
Somebody got to see and tell everybody what you saw. And he told them, don't tell them till after, later on. Don't tell them that. Everybody can't take. Let me repeat this. Everybody can't take what God got for everybody.
All right.
If I make him, and the Lord, through the Lord, the leader of his group, the group got to see through him what the Lord ain't showed them. Now I know somebody's saying, he ain't showed me, he ain't supposed to show you. He didn't show the other 9, y'all.
Okay.
He only showed 3. And he told those 3 not to say nothing.
All right, come on.
Don't wait, then here comes Peter. Peter saw this in verse 2. Oh, Jesus' face shined like the sun. His raiment was light, white as snow. White as light. I get the voice. And behold, there appeared on him Moses and Elijah talking with him. Now, they that look for him, what is it? One of these guys died.
Yeah.
And we ain't saw his body yet.
Lie.
The other guy just kept on walking and cherry picked him up. He caught a taxi cab here. They just went 2 different ways.
Yeah.
But they both represented it's not how you get in.
Yeah. Come on now.
Get in.
It's if you're going to get in.
That's right.
Anybody here going to heaven besides me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You are just, the just live by faith.
Yeah.
Anybody got faith now?
Yeah.
Anybody trust in the Lord? Shall I die?
Die.
I'm ask that question again because some of y'all stumbled. Just need to know who I'm preaching to. Is anybody in here besides me going to heaven?
Yeah.
I want to be a shock if I don't get to heaven.
Okay.
If I don't get to heaven, I want to talk to Peter, John, Jack. I ain't talking to Jesus now. But I want to first say somebody and ask what in the world just I live by faith. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
So now here go Peter, verse 4. Here you go. Now Moses, Elijah, and Jesus talking. Right? They all talking. Jesus white as the snow of the snow born of the snow. They having a Holy Ghost meeting. All right. 2 dead guys and God. God's son is up there having a conversation. Don't you know they're having a time? I know they're having a good time. Me and the guys, y'all call it practice. We call it church.
All right now.
All right now.
Whoa, what a feeling. I can't really describe it except to say we were on one accord. Because at one point the pastor said, y'all, let's sing this song right here. Unless you got, I know I say like Steve Harvey. I said like this here. I said, look at we're going to sing this song. And we're going to do this song because this going to sing right. And they start looking at me. And the old Willie.
Go ahead.
Y'all going back fast. I'm talking about like a couple of months ago. First Willie was excuse me, I thought I was still a part to y'all till we pick somebody. But you know what they said? Well, Pastor, I said, well, what about this? They said, this is what we don't do. We want to just sing our own song. We just want to do our own little thing. And I said, that's what y'all want to hear. That's fine with me.
Say that.
They start singing.
Say that.
I gave myself a pat on the back for listening to it. I mean, they started singing. This brother here, we ain't never heard him sing like that. Brother Price started singing some songs.
Trouble in my way.
Trouble in my way. I've been singing that all week. I gotta cry sometime. My wife, I've been singing that all week long. You sang that before Sunday too. Come on. All right, so let's move on. I was sitting in my seat. He started singing that song. What do we do? Brother Billy said, hold on, I'm listening to him. Let me be quiet. Mark will come up with some song. Everybody, oh Lord, I moved my seat back. I'm telling you, see, when you on one accord,
That's right. That's right.
everybody moves out the way.
That's right.
And let the other person have a say. I know that sounds like a rap thing to y'all. We had church, y'all. Everybody pitched in the way it should be done. So what I'm saying to you is this, here come people. They talking, they having church, Moses, Elias, and Jesus. And while he yet spake, I'm sorry, let me go back to verse 4. There. Moses and Elijah talking with him. Verse 4, then answered Peter. There you go. There you go. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Everybody is dead or been dead come to life. He ain't never been dead. How somebody who ain't never rode the bus telling somebody how to ride the bus? He said unto Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles. One for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. We're going to make 3 tabernacles. While he yet spoke. See, Jesus always cut him off. Jesus always said something. Get thee behind me. Say, something, just be quiet. Jesus always cut him out with his mouth. Let me show you what the Lord did. While he yet spake in verse 5. Behold, a bright cloud overshadowed thee. He's still talking. And God said, I'm not going to waste one word or syllable on you. I know he don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to let a cloud come down. And then I'm going to talk. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Now y'all didn't catch that. Yeah, that's what he just told people. Shut up. Listen to him. This ain't got nothing to you his disciple. Who told you in charge of the meeting? That's my son over there. And I said in Sunday school, let me say it again. There are some people who feel like they always got something they supposed to say. Then there are some people who always saying something. That would be like Peter, y'all. I always got something to say. And ain't nobody talking to you. Jesus giving them a glimpse of heaven.
Yeah.
And God cuts him off. Then it says in 6, and when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were afraid. Peter shut up and hit the floor. Jesus came and touched him and said, arise and be not afraid. And when they lifted up their eyes, they didn't see nobody but Jesus. Folks, that's who they're supposed to see.
All right.
Sometimes when you're crying in church. Sometimes when you close your eyes.
Come on.
Sometimes when you just fold your hands.
Say that.
When you look up. You shouldn't think about nobody but Jesus.
All right.
Not the preacher.
Yes.
Not the Sunday school teacher.
Yeah, no.
Not the musician.
Jesus.
Not the usher.
Thank you, Jesus.
Your mind ought to be fixed
Yes.
on Jesus.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, here we go. We say we need a little rehearsal. That's true. That's just a little rehearsal. You can walk if you want to. You can walk if you want to. They all looking at us. All right, that's not putting nobody down, I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta go for a walk.
Yeah.
That's all.
Amen.
We all been there.
Amen.
Ain't picking on
Yes,
nobody, they
Lord.
child, ain't finna do it, I'm just showing some options, that's all. My mom used to have to take me outside all the time.
Amen.
Where it is, I think one preacher told y'all, wasn't for the Robinsons and the Rangers, there wouldn't be no nursery at Golden Gate. He had 6, my parents had 6, we had enough folks. They probably had a meeting about us. And take that funny head with you, take him on out first. Don't know what. So the Lord know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But how you gonna sit up here? I'm almost done. How you gonna say? How you gonna say? Lord, I can't wait to get to heaven. I'ma shout. All day long. I'ma shout for an eternity. I'ma shout till the goodness of love come down. And then we come for an hour and a half.
Come on. Come on.
All right now.
And y'all talking about the Cowboy game started at 3. If you can't take an hour and a half.
Okay.
All right.
Say something, Pastor.
All right.
Come on now.
See, we supposed to be rehearsing
Yeah.
Yes.
to get to heaven.
My Lord.
Y'all with me? And then when you get to heaven and you see Jesus, I ain't talking about nobody, you saying something. You see Jesus. I don't know if you're gonna cry, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna be all over Jesus. Woo, man! You know what? That little child right there gonna be there, right? And they're gonna be hollering loud in there because they see Jesus. You can pay them no attention.
All right. All right.
That's right.
You ain't worried about nothing
Amen.
but you and Jesus.
Amen.
So you don't hear him now. Because you concentrate
Yeah.
on practicing
Yeah.
Come on.
for Jesus.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can I get
That's
2
right.
amens on that?
Yes. Amen.
Some of us say, you know, thinking outside the box. We need to think outside the box.
Come on. Come on.
Y'all ever heard that?
Yeah.
That's good. And we really, in the end, we don't think. We got to think in the box. Tell you why. Because we're in the box.
Yeah.
You can't think of outside of what you in, but you can think about one day being out of there.
All right. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Well, I said it before 2 years ago. So here comes the rerun, okay?
All right.
I say, y'all be getting mad. Y'all be watching reruns of The Fugitive on TV. Criminal Minds. Y'all be watching all them reruns. I be watching them too. Y'all be watching reruns on TV. Y'all talking about bringing back Roseanne show without her. But still a rerun, y'all. Y'all watching J.J. Walker and them down there in the Good Times. Yeah. Thank the Lord we got them. Something about good. Y'all look at George Jefferson and Louise down there.
Coming
Them and
on
they
up.
friends up there. They made on up to the good time. Y'all don't know the whole song. Made on up to the good time. Y'all watch them reruns every single day.
Yeah.
And Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. You watch Oprah show because she got some reruns too. You want to see Steve Harvey, but he ain't got to the reruns. You're watching all them reruns on TV. And you wait in between the reruns to the new runs, watching the reruns, hoping that the new runs would keep showing up.
All right.
I know you like the reruns. Some of y'all right now got some old 8 tracks in your house.
Man.
And you listen to it from song 1 all the way back 20 minutes later to song 1 because you can't get a rerun. You wait 20 minutes. You wait 20 minutes. 20 minutes for Stevie Wonder to talk about the songs in the key of life. You wait 30 minutes for Michael Jackson to do the Thriller thing on there. You know you do. So don't get mad at me if I come back with a rerun for about 10 minutes. Y'all ready? Lord help me with my rerun. You're living in a box. You're living in a box. When you were born, you were walking inside of, you were floating in a box inside your mama. You were dreaming about the outside. When you come out hollering, they put you in an incubator, which is an oxygen box.
Yeah.
So you were living in a box.
Come on, man.
The box was inside the hospital,
Yeah.
with just a big box with windows and doors.
All right.
When you went home, your dad didn't pull the car so your mama could get in. And they got in the car, which was a box with some wheels on it. And it took you to your house, which was another box with windows and doors and steps. You've been in them boxes all your life. Right now, you in a box with some doors on it, but it's the box. Look at just the box. And when you get out, you're going home to your box to cook, or you might stop by a restaurant who cooks some real good food in that box that's very good.
All right.
All your life you've been in a box. Someone talking about you thinking outside the box. You in a box. You go on vacation, you go on a cruise trip, on a boat, that's just a box that can float on the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you catch a plane, a box with some wings on it that can fly you from one place to another.
Yeah.
So you're in a box.
Yeah.
And then when you die, when they come for you to die, somebody, one of your family members, your friends, if they care enough, they're going to call a funeral home, and a funeral home going to displace somebody from their box to come to your box and pick you up in their box and put you inside of their hearse box.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Then when you get through in their hearse box, they're going to take you down to the place they belong after they look over your body. And when the funeral comes, they're going to put you in a box. And they're going to put you right out here in a box and open the top lid so everybody can see your face sticking up out that box that y'all call the casket.
Yeah. All right.
Then they're going to take that casket with your body in there. They're going to go down to it. They'll go down into the cemetery and they're going to stick that box in all right. And they're going to carry it up with some dirt. And the box will be right. But let me tell you something. See, so when we die, we're going to bypass a couple of boxes.
Come on now.
Because Jesus wants us to get a hair up and stop thinking out the box. He wants us to. So what Jesus is going to do is this. Jesus is going to, when we die, we're going to bypass that funeral car.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to bypass that funeral
Come
car.
on now. Come on now.
We even going to bypass that funeral where everybody lying about how good we were. And all that. Ain't nobody in the crowd. But people who ain't called in 15 years.
Okay.
And other folks out there who just want to see what we look like. See if we look good or bad so they can tell somebody how we look when we die.
Yeah.
Then we have a lot of people running up there to the microphone, lying, talking about how much they loved us, and they ain't called us in the last 15 years because they don't know our number and they don't know us no more. Then you have somebody walk up to the microphone and they gonna get up there talking about they want to do a poem, and ain't nobody in the family ask you to do no poem, sing no song, and you can't blame it on the man in the box because the man in the box dead. He ain't called nobody. But Jesus said, I behold, I show you a mystery. I'm going to give, when you die, you're going to be caught up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring you where my Father is. And where my Father is, you're going to see him for yourself. Because to be absent from the body, I read that, is to be present with the Lord. So I'm going to bring you out the box, and you ain't going to think about no box no more. Because when you wake up, your eyes going to see heaven.
All right now.
You're going to see an eternity. Oh, ain't nobody going to be here in heaven. For what? That one day lasts all day long. That one day is an eternity. It's never coming to an end. Never. Never. My grandparents have gone on to glory. You know what they're thinking? If they remember me? Hope it's a good memory. You know, some of us can be mad this shit. I'm going to tell you what I think they thinking. Y'all can say a few. Can I tell you? They ain't in here to see me. They ain't in here to see their children. They not in here to see their grandkids. If you got one day lasted an eternity, what's your hurry? It ain't gonna get dark. as far as it is on the other side, you know what they thinking? Oh, we'll see them later today.
Later today?
We'll see them later this day.
Yeah,
Because today is the only thing it is.
yeah.
It's only today.
Yes.
So they just gonna be waiting, doing what they doing because they know they gonna see you sometime today.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people when they go to the funeral service and they over the casket. And y'all tell me the same thing. Don't worry. You gonna see them today. On this side, it may be 57 years.
Yes.
It may
Yes.
be 90 years on this side. But where they are, they'll see you. They'll see you today.
Yeah. All right.
You know what he told that guy on the cross? He just said, okay, I gotta go to some meetings. I gotta set some stuff up. He said, today,
Today.
you'll be with me in paradise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just for us to get some practice. Somebody get on your nerves?
Amen.
Get on your nerves. I hate, trust me, I know what you're saying, but the Lord, I didn't be redeemed. You're right. People get on my nerves. I got to cry sometimes.
That's it.
People in your way.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, we in a rehearsal.
Yes.
And when we get it right, when we start shaking hands of people, we ain't got no business like it. Because when we get to heaven, oh, you know what's going to happen? Oh, we're going to run out there. Look, that's President Grant. Oh, yeah. Well, look, that's President Lincoln. He made it. Look, that's President Johnson. He made it. What? Who's that other guy who made that guy? Oh, that's President